Hello, everybody. It's been a couple of days since I worked on this, so I'm going to try and crack on and get this sanded down. I wasn't able to do it yesterday. I ended up going out and spent the day with my little brother. Okay, so what I need to do is really work on getting this sanded back so that it's all one hazy, smooth surface. So not really much waffling to do. I just need to kick on, so that's what I'm going to do. Right, I'm just going to give you a quick update after doing that. What a pain in the fucking arse that was. Well, I say pain in the arse. It is because it's taken a lot longer than it fucking should have done, and had I done what I'd literally just done and done it in like 2 minutes, if I'd have done that fucking 2 days ago, then this would be fucking finished. I wasn't getting much joy out of this until you've seen I went on to using this wet paper at 120 grit. That seemed to have a slightly better effect. Now, to be honest, I didn't think I had any sandpaper for the orbital that was coarser than 180, but it turns out I did. I've got 40 and 80, so I took a gamble and went with the 80, and I, to be honest, thought that's going to fuck it up. But it hasn't, because I am now not seeing any of the little circles or the patterning, and I've got a level hazy. So this is basically exactly what I was looking for, what I was trying to accomplish. The only thing is, it's taken me fucking ages to get there. So what I'm going to have to do in a moment is clean up a little bit, upload these videos to my computer, and then we can actually start the buffing process, basically the polishing process of this, where because I've used 80 grit sandpaper, and what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go to 180 and then 240, and then I'll move on to my wet sheets because they start at 320. So I should do it like that. Now it might need a bit of work to deal with the 80. I mean, when I rubbed it with this a little bit, I could see the scratch marks I was leaving in it, which is why I was concerned about using the 80. But with it being on the orbital sander, it's used it a lot quicker. Right, so I'm gonna have a little clean up, and yeah, we'll get ready for the next stage. Hello everybody. Right, it's time to start the polishing process, although it starts off with a very hazy item. So yeah, don't know how long it'll take, so let's crack on. Right, update. Okay, I've been through the the range of papers. To be honest, didn't spend that long on each one, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to have to redo it. But I'm not going to be doing that today. Quite tired now. Well, not quite, I'm knackered, and I could do with getting a bite to eat. Now, I'm kind of waiting for this now to dry up, because in a normal situation, the next step would be to use the polishing compound to finish the resin, to really finish it off. But can't do that until I know what the situation of the resin is, and I won't know that until it's dried, because just to look at it, it looks fine, but the naked eye can often lie. I mean, okay, I am now starting to see, yeah, we've got a few ring marks on there, and by ring marks I mean off the sandpaper. So that suggests that, yeah, I need to do a better job, which I kind of expected. I mean, from the experience we've had before, we'll leave that to dry for a moment. From the experience we've had before, this, when it dries, should go hazy, and it is starting to go hazy. But it should be a clean hazy. There shouldn't really be any scratches or swirls or scuffs in it, or marks in it. It should literally just be like an opaque. And then that's what the polishing compound will just get that final cut off. But also from previous experience, if I haven't done enough sanding in those earlier stages, then obviously we get to too fine a grit to be able to fix it, basically. Which is, at the moment, I really don't mind going through that process, because we went from a very coarse grit with 80 to get it started off, and it did, I mean, it felt rough. I mean, now, I mean, it is feeling smooth. I can feel a few sort of little bits on it, but probably just dirt. But as it dries, we'll see what patterning is going to come up. And I mean, it may be that looking at it and looking at what patterns are sort of starting to appear on it. Okay, that is really, really weird. Considering that I mean, when I went with the 80 grit, I mean, okay, like it's starting to go a bit sort of hazy, as you can see. Now, for the most part, it's looking good. I was going to say, there is a bit of patterning on it which was there early on, like that looked a bit like the skin layer. But okay, it's possible that after using the 80 grit, if I've gone through the range too quick, then yeah, I'm not working the surface anymore. I'm just shining the ridges, basically, because obviously the finer we go, we're not actually looking at really sanding. It's just about taking away the marks of the previous sanding, and I'm not really seeing that many sort of sander marks. There's a few, but there's not many. So I think what I'll probably do Just check the thickness of the resin. So we've still got a decent amount of thickness on there. Yeah, plenty. So what we'll do, we'll leave this for today. We'll let it dry because obviously I've applied a lot of moisture to it. We'll let it completely dry, go fully hazy, but then I think next time what we'll do is we'll come back in with an 80 grit, because that definitely set us off on the right track. So come back on with an 80 grit and really work it. I mean, I did work it, but I could work it more. And the thing is, as I got through to the finer grits on this, I did sort of think to myself, I should have remembered, whenever I think I've done enough on a layer, do more. Because it doesn't hurt to do more. And obviously with a very coarse grit, you keep be careful because you go through it all. But as the finer ones go, you're not going to cause any more damage, because it will get to a point where basically it's not going to do anything else. So, but it's better to do that than not do enough, which unfortunately is what I've done, because yeah, of the marks that are left. But I mean, like I say, it is getting a little hazy, but it's in a better situation than it was before I started today, because the patterning that was on it today really was bugging me, and it's possible that I just didn't quite go long enough with the 80 grit. I mean, to be honest, I was very concerned that I was going to destroy the piece, whereas now I know it can take it. So yeah, right, I'm buggered, so I'm going to stop there. And I mean, one of the annoying things about this is that every day that I don't get it done means it's another day late. I mean, I'll end up giving it as a Christmas present instead of a birthday present. But no, it is still the birthday present, it's sort of late. But I mean, interestingly as well, I know I'm waffling a bit now, but interestingly as well, until the top coat of resin is really clear and polished up, the blue underneath looks very dull, but that's simply because the light's not getting to it. And I am still looking. I've got to admit that the remaining marks and patterning that's on this doesn't worry me now, because most of what is left I've already got rid of a load. And I say, I mean, there's only really a couple of bits of the sander mark, so I should be happy with what I've accomplished today, because I've learned some stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna done. Have a good one. Bye.